Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my second graders homeschool curriculum. I thought you guys may be interested to see sort of what my second grader is doing, how we are structuring our homeschool day. We have a 5th grader in the home, a 2nd grader in the home, a 3-year-old, a 6-month-old currently. And so things can get a little bit chaotic. Okay, it looked like you guys were kind of tilted. Sorry if the camera's a little tilted, but I'm trying. So anyways, things can be a little chaotic, but we tried to get through our homeschool day as best we can. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what we had decided on this year for her homeschool curriculum. Things have been going very well. We just started a new curriculum in January for her language arts, and then I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a sec. So what I wanted to show you guys, first of all, are the independent subjects that my kids can work through without my help. As a second grader, there isn't a whole lot that she can do without help from mom, but there are a few things. I put together this list to kind of help keep her on track. If you guys have watched my 5th graders homeschool curriculum video, you're going to notice a lot of similarities, but this is just the way that I've come up with this year to help keep them on track. So the top is the subjects that are done daily. They can cross those off when they're done. This is just a little sleeve from the Dollar Tree. This is some white paper and a handwritten list, you guys. Nothing fancy. But they can keep track of the things that they need to do daily. And then down here, I have our week listed out Monday through Friday and what our group subjects are. Tuesday is our homeschool community day, so I have that marked off. But Mondays we do as a group history, catechism, memory work, read aloud, and Bible storybook. Tuesdays is our community day. Wednesday we do science, read alouds, Bible. Thursday is history, catechism, memory work, read aloud, Bible, pretty much a replica of Monday. And then Friday we can either do more more science, or we can do science experiments. We can do art, poetry. We also always do our catechism, read alouds, Bible, things like that on a daily basis. So for her independent work, she can do spelling words. She can do her handwriting. She can do her independent reading. And that's about it for her. For her handwriting, sometimes I do copy work and sometimes I do cursive. Hang on one sec. All right, you guys. So the copy work notebook that I created for Maddie, I just used a folder and found some free printables on Pinterest. This one was Psalm 23 and had her just copy verses every day, one verse per day, and that seemed to work really well. And then the other days she is able to use this handwriting book to practice cursive, and she has been using this for a while. This is from Abeka, and this is the K5 cursive curriculum for Abeka, and I will just show you kind of what this looks like. It's super colorful. It's not overwhelming for them, and it's got really great handwriting practice. And then toward the end of the curriculum, it gets a little more in depth with sentences, but it's still very colorful, very nice to look at, something that they get excited to try and mimic the writing. So she really does well with this. I really like it. Highly recommend this if you're looking into like an elementary cursive curriculum. Okay, she can also do on her own her independent reading, which I let her choose the book that she likes to read. We've been working through together The Puppy Place, and she enjoys that. Just some stuff that's fun for her. And then there's another one that she's reading about a unicorn, and I don't know where that is, but she does like 10 to 15 minutes of reading independently. And then she's also working through, this is her math curriculum. I highly recommend Horizons Math. I have tried other math curriculums. We've tried Math UC. We've tried the Master Books Math. What else have we tried? We've tried several different math curriculums for her age. I always go back to Horizons. I used Horizons with Mason. It laid a great foundation for him, and I'm using Horizons again for Maddie. Okay, now She is not using the second grade math curriculum. She is on the first grade math curriculum, and this is book 2. And I just wanted to add a little disclaimer that if your child is, say, in the first grade and is overwhelmed, or even in kindergarten, I think we started with kindergarten, we started her math curriculum. She was very overwhelmed. It was not going well. She was kind of breaking down, did not want to do her work. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was using a different math curriculum that did not suit her well. What we ended up doing was putting it aside. I thought, she's in kindergarten. What we'll do is we'll wait till she's in first grade and we'll do kindergarten math in first grade, which is what we did. And so now she's in second grade and she is doing the first grade math. This will not hinder her in her life. So if your child is the same way, do not worry. They will catch up. They will be fine. The math curriculum for Horizons is so wonderful. And let me tell you why. Because it is a spiral curriculum. And what I mean by that is they cover a topic many, many times and they continue to review it throughout the entire curriculum. So it's so comprehensive. They get so much practice and they master these concepts through repetition. And so she's able to do a lot of this on her own unless we're introducing a new concept. And but typically for a lesson, I can tell her to get started on it. So she could go ahead and get started. She knows usually how to do at least parts of her math curriculum. And if she doesn't, she can skip over it and wait for me. So it's just wonderful. I absolutely love it. So we use the Horizons Math for her. For her language arts, we are also doing the Good and the Beautiful. She just started with course level 2 in the Good and the Beautiful. The Good and the Beautiful is amazing language arts curriculum. It's not only language arts, it's a comprehensive curriculum that covers phonics, reading, spelling, writing, grammar and punctuation, literature, poetry and memorization, art and geography. It's a lot, but it's wonderful. And I don't think I will ever not use the Good and the Beautiful for language arts curriculums. Just a little sneak peek if you guys are interested. The lessons in this level 2 they are a little longer than level 1, but that's to be expected. But they're still not overwhelming. Each lesson does introduce a new concept. There is art appreciation. There's some geography. There are sight word ladders that we practice daily, and I'll show you what these look like. So here are, basically these are vocabulary lists, and what we do is we just take a column and she goes down and reads it, and if she comes to a word that she doesn't understand or know how to read, I help her, and then once she's mastered this, we check the box, we move on, and then we go back and review these every so often. This has been very helpful for increasing her vocabulary with spelling and all sorts of things. So it works out very, very well. It's been excellent for her. A big thing for her is taking things in short snippets so that she doesn't feel overwhelmed. And so this has been pretty good. If I feel like a lesson is going a little past the point to where she's shutting down, we stop. We save it for the next day, and then we just keep going. So no pressure whatsoever. This curriculum does come with phonics flashcards, which I'm going to show you guys. And it also comes with, I don't know where her phonics flashcards are, you guys. Where did I put them? I do not know. Anyway, there are phonics flashcards. If I can find them, I will show you guys. But it also comes with readers. So there is the shared reader, which looks like this. It's not very thick. The shared reader is something that she reads to me. I help her with if she has questions, and the stories are very wholesome and have wonderful illustrations. And then this is her personal reader, and the personal reading assignments are incorporated into the lessons. So that's why when she does her independent reading, she doesn't use this book. She does this as part of her lesson. And then if I wanted to tack on another 10 minutes or so of like fun reading for her, she can read something that's a little easier and a little more enjoyable for her. So that's what we use for language arts. I'm trying to think if that is all of her. I think that's all of like her like separate that we don't do as a group is what I'm trying to say. I use this container. I guess I could show you guys. This is the container that I use to store her flashcards in. She may have some in here. Yes, she does. Okay, so it comes with a huge stack of these phonics flashcards. And so she starts there, and then we go over all the different sounds and words that would illustrate sort of how to say those sounds and so on. And so once she's mastered these, then we get a new stack and move on. So I really love that. It's excellent, good phonics practice and review for her. And then this container is one that I got from Michael's on sale. I use this for Mason and Maddie. They can keep their pencils, scissors, and I usually tend to use these containers for their language arts because there's so many different pieces to the language arts program, and that way they can just keep it all in one place and it doesn't get destroyed and everything stays together. And this is just stored on her little rolling cart, which I will show you guys at the end of this video. All right, so moving on to our group subjects, we have our memory work, which is classical conversations, and we do meet once a week. This is a classical type of curriculum, and it's all about memorization, rote memorization per subject. We have little snippets of things that we memorize each week, and so the kids kind of commit these things to memory. And I have been in CC for so long. I have been able to see the fruits of this curriculum, and it is very, very good for the kids. They also get weekly practice with presenting and talking in front of a group, giving a presentation, which I have found to be so valuable. The kids are so used to giving presentations that they don't have that fear of getting up and speaking in front of people once they hit the older ages, college, even the high school ages. They're giving presentations with science fair and things like that, and they zoom right through it. It's absolutely phenomenal. We also have our history that we're going through, which is Story of the World. And basically this is a history curriculum that's in story format. I read a short section of this each day to the kids while they're playing, doing Legos, something quietly, and then we talk about it. If there is a YouTube video that correlates that I want to watch, sometimes we will watch that on YouTube. Yesterday we watched the story of King Tut's tomb and how they discovered it and what they found, and it was so interesting. So I highly recommend this. It's not a lot of busy work, but the kids are getting the information. So that is working out really well. All right, for our Bible study, we use this for catechisms. This is Truth and Grace memory book, and it's found from founders.com. And this has lots and lots of catechism memorization. Like I will read a sentence, the kids memorize the answer, there's scripture to back it up, and it's just a great way to hide God's word in the kids' hearts. So the last one that we memorized was, can anyone be saved by his own righteousness? And the kids will say, no, no one is good enough for God. It's this type of thing that they're learning, lots of different just question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. There's also hymns to memorize in the back. There's also scripture memory, quotes from like C.S. Lewis, Charles Spurgeon, Martin Luther, Sinclair Ferguson. There's just so much to memorize and learn. And there's also the books of the Bible in these. This was like a 3-book set that I ordered. I absolutely love it. Do not regret this purchase at all. So if you're looking for something like theology for the children, some type of catechism, I highly, highly recommend these books. And for our Bible study, we use the Bible, Eggermeyer's Bible Storybook. I've used this for years. It is basically the Bible in story format that the kids can learn and understand easily. It's broken down into short sections. We read 1 to 2 of these sections per day. And it's a slow go, but I think that's the way that it should be when you're studying Bible stories. And sometimes when I'm feeling like this is getting a little monotonous, we will do a video to reinforce what the kids have been reading about. We just finished watching a play about Moses, so it can kind of not just be something that they're hearing, but also something that they can see and just sort of, you know, lay the foundation a little bit more for them. So that works out really, really well. All right, for science, and I think this will be the last, yes, this is the last subject. We have been very slowly working through the Good and the Beautiful unit study of marine biology. I cannot recommend this enough. This is, I think it was a free download on their website. I have no idea if it is still free, but it is beautiful. It has lots of wonderful pictures and colors. There's science experiments. There's information about the ocean and marine life and just so much. And it's just been a lot of fun. I did start to feel like, and I remember this from before, that it is a little heavy. It's just a little bit involved. And so sometimes for history, for science, I'm not wanting to get that involved. So I sort of stepped away from that a little bit. And instead of going through that curriculum, sometimes we'll just choose a little something from like this science encyclopedia, and we'll just read something that correlates. This is the Usborne Science Encyclopedia. Found this for 99 cents at a thrift store. It was a fantastic find. But if you have any sort of science book, even little books like elementary school age kids books, just read to them and they will absorb this information. Go on nature walks, do little science projects, watch YouTube videos. There's so many ways to get science covered without having a really time-consuming curriculum. I definitely don't think that that's necessary, so I don't feel too bad that we don't always complete the curriculum for science, but they do get it, and we pull little pieces here and there, and it seems to work out just fine. All right, so I think that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video of what my second grader is using for her homeschool curriculum. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the description, not in the description, in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here and hit the little bell notification for future videos so you don't miss any of those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye.